Genuine question, Big A. Everything I learned about America and its economy just paints a bleak picture of the future. And as an outside observer, I feel like I'd like to go anywhere else but America right now. Have you ever thought about immigrating to another country? Just interesting because you seem like quite calm, confident. Well, first of all, let me say that my situation economically is not standard. Okay? So it's a little easier for me to be calm and confident. I have to just admit that up front, because if you don't talk about it, it's insane to ignore. But what I want to say is I want to be real here. You know, I haven't seriously looked into leaving the country, as I mentioned with that Aiden and I talk show we did. You know, I'm generally of the opinion that I want to stay in America and try to fight for America and try to make it better. And I feel American, you know, just even though I grew up in different countries, I feel American. The one thing that made me seriously consider it was this strategic crypto reserve. If that actually happens, right now it's just a tweet. There's no evidence that it's going to get created or they're going to spend taxpayer money on it. But if that actually happens, it would again cause me to I'm less concerned about where I live and more of like I would need to reduce my exposure to the dollar extremely. If I saw that US dollars were being printed or borrowed to buy crypto, I would just do whatever I can to get out of the US financial system because I wouldn't trust it. But however, my longer point is this. I need to be real here. If you are leaving America to search for this glorious, better economy, you're going to have a harder time finding it than you think. The slowdown problems are worldwide. If you're in Canada, they are pissed about their economy right now. If you're in Mexico, they're pissed about their economy. I mean, yes, they are. There's things that are more uptrendy in certain parts. If you're in Australia, if you're in the UK, if you're in Germany, if you're in even France, there's nice things about France, but still, everyone is feeling an economic malaise, a slowdown, harder to get jobs, expensive housing. The Nordic countries, they're still pissed about certain changes, but they have a little bit of safety net. They're harder to get citizenship in. It's difficult for you to go live in Norway and get a part of that sovereign wealth fund, okay? So I just want you to know that it's not like it's like America is doing terribly and everyone else is rosy. It's like we're at the end of a global debt cycle that's like, now everything's all creaky and bad and your back hurts. And the problems are starting to mount, which is leading to like political change and stressful time. It's an unfortunate period to get hot potatoed into. You guys should have been born as a 70s straight white male. That would have been a really good choice in America. It would have been you would have had a much easier 30, 40 years, but you kind of fucked that one up. I do believe we'll figure it all out. Not that it won't be messy in the middle, but I do believe we'll figure it all out. Humanity's done it before in much worse spots. America is an incredible place to be rich, but it kind of sucks to be normal. In lots of Europe, it's less exciting to be rich and harder to get there, but so much more comfortable and stress-free to be normal. My family is French, and I see struggles in France, but no one's sitting on a pile of useless debt like the majority of people around me at my age. Education, medical care, and decent food aren't problems like they are here. I think they both have problematic sides. I'm not trying to both sides it here. I just think it gets painted that way a lot, but they both create stresses and cracks in the system that eventually have to be resolved. I do like France's system, but it's also running into its own challenges. Namely, they have a aging, less productive society that is now falling behind in competitiveness in a lot of things that is eventually going to break down the system that created the wealth that allowed for these social safety nets to begin with. And so things that the government is trying to do to fix that, like raising the retirement age, are causing riots in France. You know, they're causing big problems, and there's no easy way to fix it. Additionally, they also have massive debt. Like they have the country as well as America has massive debt that the country is now trying to figure out how to pay. You can do it by raising taxes, but if the tax burden falls on regular people, they're already not getting paid as well. So they have their own problems. I don't know the solution here. There's different tactics and they're all running into problems, but I would be careful to frame it as like one side has it figured out.